Laws of universe or laws of mind. You've probably seen those somewhere in the internet. Even though they sound a little bit corny, once you learn them, they make sense. First, let's talk about what is a law. Laws are rules that are not changing. Things that will give same result no matter what. Hydrogen and oxygen naturally form a water when combined in fixed proportions, and this never changes. If you heat a piece of steel, it will expand no matter what steel is taken from. It can be a steel from America, India, or Japan. All will expand. What you think of it doesn't matter either. Gravity will always pull us to the earth, and no matter you love it or hate it, it will happen. The same applies to the mental and universal laws of life. They are principles that always operate, whether you are aware of them or not. When you understand and apply them, they can completely transform your life experience. In this video, I'll share the laws I've learned, mostly from Bob Proctor, Brian Tracy, Joseph Murphy, and Napoleon Hill, and at the end, I will categorize them. Love of belief. Love of belief is the love of your mind. Whatever you believe in is what your subconscious takes to create in your reality. Key part is the belief you have. It's not about the thing you believe in. It can be totally absurd or unbelievable for other people, but your belief in that thing will bring the results. Every one of us lives through beliefs we've consciously or unconsciously built. Your life is the expression of your belief. Law of subconscious mind. The subconscious mind has no filter. It doesn't judge right or wrong, good or bad. It simply accepts what is repeatedly impressed upon it, especially when charged with emotion. That's all about law of subconscious. If you use it for negative things on your mind, you will get those negative things in no time. It doesn't matter you do it consciously either. You may want to have success, but if you have a belief that's at the depth of your heart which says you won't succeed, you will probably get misaligned without intention and won't achieve that success. Subconscious works with what has been in conscious mind for a long time and a thought that you've had a lot. So the thought has immense emotion. How bad do you want it? How much emotion is inside that thing that you desire? Those things determines will subconscious work on it or not. Law of harmony. Whatever you continually cultivate in your thoughts and emotions will radiate outward. If you nurture kindness, love, peace, and abundance, you create harmony within and around you. Just as a purring cat brings calm, your inner state radiates harmony into your environment. Love of life. For this one, I want to quote from a book called The Power of the Subconscious Mind. Whatever is impressed in your subconscious mind is expressed on the screen of space. Every great teacher across history taught the same principle. Your inner world shapes your outer world. As in heaven, your mind, so on earth, your body and environment. Create order in your mind and life will offer you all it has since it has infinite source. Law of action. You need to take an action to create whatever you desire in your life. Without action, there can't be reaction. Addition to this, if you input positive, there will be a positive output. Some things may seem like negative output, but it is all a matter of time, perspective, and sometimes time to reveal how positive input it was. In mind's perspective, your thoughts are action, and your subconscious mind responds to them as a reaction. You should be careful about your thoughts. Law of reverse effort. Emile Coué, famous psychologist from France, defined this law as when your desires and imagination are in conflict, your imagination invariably gains the day. This law describes what happens when we consciously push toward one result, but our inner imagination resists it. Instead of forcing, the solution is to align thought and belief. When rewiring old habits or limiting beliefs, persistence and a positive mindset prevent the trap of reverse effort. Having a clear mind and flowing through life is a great thing. But if you are dealing with our past beliefs and dealing with annoying habits, we have to push through with solid positive mindset. If we don't, we fall into the law of reverse effort. Law of divine order. The mind exists in two states, order or confusion. When the mind is in order, it generates clear thoughts which create healthy blueprints for the subconscious. This alignment produces harmony, clarity, and good results in life. When the mind is confused, it becomes reactive, shaped by external circumstances instead of inner direction. This confusion leads to instability and a lack of true presence. By using knowledge wisely, being good-hearted, and taking aligned action when needed, we remove confusion. In this state, the mind aligns with the natural flow of life and will live fully in the present moment. The law of substitution. It's basically replacing a bad thing with a good thing. Know that you can replace any bad habit with a good habit with power of imagination. Do you have a drinking problem? Maybe melancholia or anger issues? Think how free and joyful you will feel once you overcome those issues. Imagine yourself being free of it and how your close ones would react. Have a belief on it and constantly feed that belief. Over time, with your dedication, you will realize you replace that negative thing in your life with a positive thing that is strong as the negative one. The law of thinking. Mind is the most powerful force in this world, and thinking is a very powerful form of energy. Thoughts give life. Everything in your life and well-being in your life needs a thought to be given, a start point to be created. Thoughts can determine all, and one's mental discipline about it determines power and freedom of that person. I've talked about few laws before this one, and all of them requires an act of thinking to function. Especially the law of subconscious is directly linked to the thoughts. So thoughts are one of the key things of us, and thinking is our most powerful force. The law of supply. Desire is the trigger that releases energy. When a person genuinely desires, works, learns, and grows, they tap into the infinite supply of the universe. This supply is unseen but always present, waiting for alignment with your effort and openness. The law of attraction and vibration. Everything vibrates. Everything you can think of is vibrating, and in a frequency that our eyes can't see. Our brain helps us to change the frequency we are in by changing our vibration. That's how we attract anything we desire. Basically, law of vibration is primary law, and attraction is the continuation of it. When we desire something, we instantly make a connection with it. If it occurs in our mind, that means we already can have it. From there on, it's all a game of changing our vibration to tune in the frequency, then attracting it to our life with alignment. Expectation in this process is another key point to have. The law of receiving. Entire universe is based on a law of circulation, and in this universe, giving is the fundamental law of life. For you to receive, you need to give. Willingly give and graciously receive. You might say, how can I give if I don't have any? If you think it as only money, it might be true. But everyone can give something in this life. It can be time, energy, loyalty, love, or money. In this law, there's two core things. 1. You must create space for the good you desire, so let go of the things you don't want. Give stuff that you don't need anymore or haven't been used in ages. Create space for the good that will come. 2. Relax and allow. Obsession suffocates results, while relaxed expectancy creates openness. True receiving comes when you trust and let the life flow. Yeah, having a goal that you desire is essential, but there is a fine line of healthy obsession and destructive obsession. If you can't live without that thing you desire a lot, maybe you don't have a goal, you have a condition to live. So relax. As long as you are alive, you are doing what you have to do in this life in grand scheme. For everything you desire, let it flow. The law of increase. For increase, first you need to comprehend this. Wanting more is natural and you should want more, but while wanting more, you need to know that there is infinite supply in the universe. Ask confidently if you desire a thing. Next step after comprehending this is praising. For increase to happen, you need to be grateful and praise everything you got. Have a good perspective and look for the things to praise. If you look for bad things, you will criticize, which will make this law work in reverse. Praise everything and everyone. Look from that perspective. Even only this change can bring increase because of flow you create. Basically be open, relax and praise everything and everyone for increase in your life. The law of compensation. Compensation means balance, return, and equivalent exchange. You reap what you sow. The universe compensates you in the proportion to the value you provide. In practice, 3 factors determine your rewards. 1. The need for what you do. 2. Your ability to do it. 3. The difficulty of replacing you. The law of non-resistance. This law is crucial for harmony in our life. If you experience resistance in your life, it means you are walking in the path. It means you are not standing still or walking back to your comfort zone. It's a must to have a resistance in our life, but we must not be reacting to it. Think of it as a martial arts. In karate, you fight force with force, beating each other with techniques you learned. In judo, you use your rival's momentum and make them fall. Most people believe judo is the best option, but in psychological way, with this judo attitude, you win the battle, but you lose the war. Best option is aikido. Aikido is based on dodging your opponent's attack. Living your life not paying attention to resistance and not reacting to negativity will be the ultimate step for you to improve and grow. You must learn to not react and respond. Reacting is a habit. To respond, you have to think. So when you're against resistance in your life, know that you are walking your path, not staying still. Then don't feed attention to resistance. Do not react, respond. The love of forgiveness. Forgiveness is letting go completely. It's actually a very healthy concept. Forgiving will bring harmony by banishing guilt and resentment, so there will be harmony. Some negative habits, thinking or feelings can be intertwined with guilt or resentment. So letting all of it go with forgiveness will get you free of this curse and let you have a harmony in your life. That's all the love of forgiveness is about. Let go of any kind of negativity and don't hold negativity to anyone, no matter what, for your own sake too. The love of sacrifice. It is one of the most misunderstood laws. True sacrifice is not losing something valuable but exchanging a lower state for a higher one. Discipline requires sacrificing. Distraction for focus, fear for courage, or momentary comfort for long-term fulfillment. Sacrifice is an investment in the greater life you desire. The love of success. God intended every individual to succeed. You already have the inner power needed to achieve it. Powers inherited to us are inexhaustible. If you use your mental tools, be in harmony with all the other laws I've talked about, success is just a matter of time. Your mind is perfect, so all it requires is you realizing the power you have to use it with harmony. Leave the old, fear-filled conditions behind and embrace everything that is new and fires you up. You must earn the success, and this is all it costs. The love of accumulation. Every great achievement is the result of many small steps. Nothing is wasted. Every action either moves you forward or backward. We tend to think only big events in our life moves us, but that is not true. Small habits compound and consistency builds momentum. Over time, accumulation creates transformation. Your little procrastinations count, so does your little extra time you do on the path of achieving what you desire. Everything counts. Love of accident. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Without goal, vision, and direction, failure happens by default. Every success and failure has a cause. Planning creates conscious causes that align with your desired results. Have awareness on your path and create plans based on the vision you have. Love of cause and effect. Nothing happens by chance. Every effect is a specific cause, whether visible or hidden. Success has causes. Failure has causes. Awareness of this principle allows you to identify the patterns and adjust your actions to create the result you want. Nothing happens by luck or without a purpose. Love of expectation. What you expect will come to reality. Expectation is created by your thoughts and conditions. For you to have expectations that is aligned with your desires, you need to expect with confidence. That's the ultimate input to make your expectations positive. We can have negative thoughts if it never worked for our mind before, and we all have or had negative conditions since our childhood. Working on them and healing them is necessary, but if you want to have good expectations as soon as possible, you need to expect the thing you desire with confidence. Have an attitude of positive self-expectancy. This is one of the key laws to get whatever you desire. Those are all the laws I've learned in the last few years and experienced how they worked. Now, as last act, I want to categorize them in law of mind and law of universe. So, in the left side, those are laws of universe. Those laws operate whether or not you think about them. They are constantly active in all the creations in life because of how they work. On the right, you can see the laws of mind. Those laws are explicit for humans because they require imagination, will, and awareness. So that's basically how 22 laws that I've learned works. I hope it was helpful to you. If you have any question, you can shoot them in the comments. Lots of love, take care, and I hope to see you in another video.